Hello.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Hi.
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 Hi, everybody. We're your brothers in arms, and this is our weekly podcast. This, my friends, if you are currently listening to us, is what is this? May the 9th. May the 9th, 2021 is currently 9:22 p.m. on the Eastern Seaboard, and this is episode 68 of Brothers in Arms podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today, this evening, whatever time we are gracing your ear holes this evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, what's up?
Hi.
Hello, boys.
What's up?
Hi. You're wearing an Irish shirt tonight, G. What's up with that?
It's actually one you gave me.
Irish. Oh, it is Irish briny. Very nice. Yeah, we love those thrift store finds. I'm digging it.
I get a kick out of them.
And
I'll-
Alex is still going to the moon. But go ahead.
We're trying to go to the moon,
Oh,
and he's the Punisher.
oh, he is. Well, you're not supposed to show that.
That's why it's under the hoodie.
Yeah.
It's a secret. Let's see.
And I'm supporting tonight a college from my last appointment. This is Center College. Yes,
Nice.
Center is spelled backwards, or not spelled as well. It was spelled right back then.
It was
It's CENTRE, Centre College. But yeah, that was in our last appointment in Danville, Kentucky, and got blessed with this through the thrift store as well. Woo! So, rock and roll, man. So, good evening, fellas. How are things? The fish seem to be swimming. The lights seem to still be on in your house, G, and I've still got these fantastic blankets behind my head. So yeah, life is good. Life is real good. So,
I will
ladies,
s-
go ahead,
I
man.
will say the Bluetooth lights, they work, but every once in a while, or Wi-Fi, because I
Yeah.
got the smart lights.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, they'll go haywire. Specifically, the ones because the chandelier bulbs are smaller. They'll decide to act up. I'll be sitting in the room, and one of them will go out, and then it'll come on, and then it'll go out again, and then it'll decide that I've turned myself off and on too many times, so it'll lose connection, and when it's disconnected, it'll start blinking. So then I have to go. I turn them off, and then I'll wait like 5 minutes, and then I'll turn them back on, and they're fine. But when it happens, it's like, you're supposed to be smart.
Yeah.
You stupid light. What is your problem? But it's only those bulbs. Like the rest of them, the regular size bulbs that I've got, the one behind me, and then the one in the kitchen, the one in my bedroom, those all work. So it's just the chandelier bulbs don't cooperate.
Alexa, random fart.
He's got headphones in, man. The house
I
isn't
know.
hearing it.
This is the long game, shipmate. If somebody's playing this and they're not wearing headphones,
I can just see Alex anytime he goes and visits any of his friends. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, no, we've got an Alexa." Like, oh, that's really cool.
Let me use the restroom. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
Alexa,
random.
random fart. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got to let you in on the secret. Actually, no, we shouldn't. Yes, we should. We should.
Yes, we should.
Oh, Alex, I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna take
everyone needs to know this because it's absolutely hilarious.
So my son, we're sitting at the dinner table, all four of us, and we've got a couple of smart pucks, PUCs, at the around the table. I think they're called dots or echoes or something, but it's made by Amazon and it connects to the interwebs. And her name is Alexa. And if you say her name, little blue ring comes around. She's listening, and then you can ask her stuff like, "Hey, what's the weather going to be like today?" Or, "Hey, what's the weather in Fredericksburg?" Or, "Hey, set a timer for blah blah blah." Well, Philip at the dinner table informs us the other night that said, "Hey, I got a new trick. Watch this. Alexa, fart." And Alexa proceeds to flatulate. She And it's not polite at all. It's one of those things that I look across the table at my wife as Alexa is making this noise, and she's turning 4 shades of pink. It is the funniest, cutest thing I've ever seen.
Oh man.
And Julia sits directly across from me, and she's looking at me, and she's laughing. Philip is dying in the chair, like he just can't catch his breath. And so after she finishes, she announces what kind of flatulation this thing was. And
Well, hold on. Is it like categories, like Moe's Monday, or like I had Chipotle for lunch and then Mexican for dinner? Like, how does this work?
I think this one was titled "Ripping Wet." Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
But then afterwards,
that's awesomely horrible.
After she announces what type it is, then she says, "Would you like for me to randomly fart throughout the day?" She asks us politely if this is something we would like, and Mom across the table responds, "Oh."
So I just yelled it as loud as no.
I think Alexa got the point, but she says, "Okay, well, if you would like, just announce random fart." So there you go. Yeah. Alex, I could see the wheels turning, man. It's kind of
Mom and Dad have an Alexa show.
Oh man. Mom, I hope I'll just say this because I know Mom was listening. I talked to Mom yesterday. She was driving back from visiting y'all PT.
Yes.
And I know she listens to our podcast. So I'm just gonna say it right now, Mom, when you listen to this one, I know I taught you guys how to delete routines. Please, after your youngest son comes and visits you, that you go through your phone and make sure that there aren't any extra little fun entertainment tucked away in your Amazon device. Because man, oh man, I couldn't stop. Alex, that was probably one of the funniest things. Like, I don't know. This deserves repeating because now it's out in the open. Everyone knows. So Alex and Liz and Caroline went to visit Mom and Dad. Last summer, I believe it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alex thought it would be funny that he programmed a routine into Mom and Dad's Amazon devices that at 9:00 every night it would tell them it's time for bed. Good night. And Mom and Dad had no idea what to do with this. And so literally for months, every night at 9:00, mind you, mom and dad, mom's kind of an early person. She'll go to bed around 9-10 o'clock. But dad's a night owl. Dad doesn't go to bed until midnight minimum, normally. He's usually up pretty late. So it's kind of annoying to be sitting in your living room watching TV and 9:00 rolls around and
Alexa chimes in.
She chimes in. It's 9:00. It's time for bed. What?
It's time for bed. Good night.
I was trying to get their TV attached to it too, so it would be like, it's 9:00. It's time for bed.
Oh man. That would really drive them up the wall. Oh. You're terrible. It's funny, but you're terrible.
But do you remember the guy? He was a lawyer in Louisville or whatever, and 10:00 would come on right on the dot, and his commercial came on right on at 10:00, and he would go, "It's 10:00. Do you know where your kids are?" Do you remember that guy?
No.
I do.
Oh,
I do not.
1 and 1. All right. So when we were in Ashland, this guy still had like airtime. He still covered that area, and so we had it in Louisville, and then we had it in Ashland. It's 10:00. Do you know where your kids are? And that was it. That was the end of the commercial. Like, it was all of 5 seconds long, but he had it every night at 10:00. and then whatever came on, like Jimmy Fallon or something or another came on. But yeah, it was the craziest thing. So yeah,
That's wild. I
Yep.
did not. I don't remember that.
There you go.
Gosh, that's funny. Well, gentlemen, how's your week been? What's Patrick? I heard you guys had what was a Pyrex sale.
Yeah, it was an excellent event. It was a lot of fun. It was interesting in the fact that we saw people that we've never seen before. So it's a different type of collector. Everything has a different type of collector when it comes to cards, when it comes to NASCAR, when it comes to football memorabilia, when it comes to anything, you get different people. And so this was vintage Pyrex stuff that I had never thought anybody would be like, oh, I just gotta have this pattern, or oh, I gotta have the set, or oh, but it's real, fellas. It's real. And I personally, I thought, man, some of these pieces are expensive. But people were coming in and getting these pieces and bringing them up. I was running the register all day, and they were like, I'm so glad I found this piece. I've never found it this inexpensive before. And again, this was a fundraiser for our world missions, our missionary services, our to go and help the services in other countries.
Right.
And so all in all, we were able to raise $1,600 in this thing, which was awesome, fantastic, praise God. But yeah, it was different. It was a different set of people that that have never been in our store before. I heard that multiple times. I've never been in here before, and yet they bought something else besides Pyrex. So it helped everything that we were doing, and that was
See, that's cool.
really exciting to see. Yeah, there was a lot of work put into it. Huge praise to my wife and her women's group who did all the footwork. So that was exciting to watch, and give God the glory, because man, it was a good day. And then my mom came. Our mom came. Mom, the mater familias, the mother of our family. She came, and she was here for most of Friday and then a good portion of Saturday before she went home. And God bless our mom. You know, she was beautiful, and to be able to hug her and to just be with mom was huge on this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned her in my message this morning. I got to preach today on Mother's Day, and it's preaching out of John 15, and the idea of remaining in Christ by remaining in God's love, or remaining in God by remaining in Christ through obedience and all these other things. I'm not going to preach because that's not what this platform's for. But I used mom as an illustration of always being on, and mom's love for us, dad too. But with it being Mother's Day, I focused on mom, and mom's love for us was always on. And no matter how disappointed she might have been in something that we did or said or whatever, you always knew that she loved you. And so that I got a little emotional during all of that, but it was just an emotional morning from praise and worship on up. But anyways, and it was just a beautiful thing. So it is Mother's Day. So for those who are listening, for our mothers, got to talk to grandma today, got to talk to my mother-in-law, got to talk to our mom. But to all of our mothers who are listening to this or watching us or catching up, thank you. Thank you for being a mom. It really is a blessing. And so God bless you. But yeah, it was powerful. And again, to be able to hug mom and just give her a little bit of an extra holding on to before she left was was good for my heart. And didn't realize how much I needed a hug from mom. So mom, thank you.
I was envious.
Yeah. I was gonna send you a picture, but I was like, yeah, I don't wanna I don't want to rub it in, but
at the same time, it makes me happy that at least she got to go and
yeah,
because again, we're scattered. Well, Alex and I are closer now than the first time in 10 years, but
right.
But even still, like we're all pretty all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Joys of our lifestyles. Yay.
Yeah.
That always blows my mind, like, people I worked with up in New York, like the farthest they've ever lived from home is no more than a couple hours. Their
Yeah.
entire life.
Yeah.
That's wild to me.
Yeah. I think of those who I serve alongside here in Parkersburg, and a lot of them have never really moved away from home.
Mhm.
There are a few that, are from far distances, and, God bless them for that, because being away from a home base is really hard. I think of my wife, and she was born and raised in the same town, and she really didn't leave until after high school. But the three of us, we kind of call a lot of places. Yeah, I've lived there, but well, here's a question, and I'm not going to take your thunder, Greg, because you've got the flash question this week.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
I do, and I have one.
Oh, good. But where do you call home?
I was
Like,
actually thinking that same question.
what do you call home? I'll go first. Um, if I was to think of a place where I go and I can just sit and go, yes, this is home, I would honestly say Shelby, Ohio. And I have not lived there since I was third grade. Third grade, so 5, 8 or 9, 8. But my 8 years in Shelby, I remember vividly, because I know the houses that we lived in. I know the streets that we were at. I know Paul's. I know where I played baseball. I know the Tubi. I know downtown. Just all those things. And so those were very formative years for me. Now in my life, I would consider Shelby quote unquote home. But honestly, wherever my wife and children are, that's home now. So whether it's here, whether it's wherever, that's home. So, but if I called a town a home, it would be Shelby.
Mine's honestly, mine's anywhere in the South, like, or more specifically Georgia.
Okay.
I always tell people, because people ask me all the time, they're like, your accent sounds weird. Like, where are you from? I'm
Your
like, well,
accent?
it's my
You have
accent.
you have an accent?
He has an accent.
I apparently have an accent.
I don't
Okay.
think he does.
No, I think you're pretty straight laced.
But I get asked because they'll hear the y'all, and they'll hear the
Use guys.
I don't use the use guys. That's
man. That's the trump card you pull out on them, because that's always funny.
No Ewans?
No, use
Guys?
Yeah, use guys.
Use guys.
No, y'all.
Guys. Y'all.
Yeah, how y'all doing?
I'd never use that.
Really?
No.
Oh, I do.
I never use like y'all in it. Just sounds foreign in my
It's weird.
the back of my y'all. It doesn't come out on me. I'm sorry. It just doesn't.
Like a barbaric yelp.
It does.
Y'all. Yelp.
I yelp. Yelp.
All right.
Good movie. Good movie.
Thank you.
Dead Poet Society, for those of you that don't know, I highly encourage you to go watch it. But
cry.
No, yeah, and try not to cry. But no, I always tell people, I said, well, I was born in Ohio, but I grew up, for the most part, I grew up in the South.
Okay.
Because we lived in Kentucky and we lived in Georgia. And that's what I remember. Like, I remember Louisville, and it drives me bonkers because Northerners can't pronounce it correctly. They will always say Louisville or Louisville, and I'm just like, I want to slap you right now.
Uncle Jeff will argue with you till Jesus comes that it's Louisville.
It is not. It's Louisville.
I know. But he's like, it's the Louisville Slugger. No, it's the Louisville Slugger.
Louisville. It's in the back. It's in the back of the throat. It's like saying y'all.
Y'all.
Louisville.
Yup.
If you can yop. If you can yop. If you can yop. If you can say y'all, you can say Louisville. Because it's the same part of the mouth. But anyways, I grew up in, I lived in Kentucky. We lived in Kentucky for so long, and then I finished high school down in Georgia, and I still get a kick out of the phrase Dad used to say it: "Northern born, Southern by the grace of God." That still makes me giggle, and sometimes I'll use that to describe, but I always say, if I go back to Atlanta, I think in the Marine Corps, that's still my home of record. I have not changed my home of record. I still pay Georgia taxes, even though.
Dummy.
Yeah, I know. I should have changed that. I should have changed it to California because now I don't live there, which means I wouldn't have to pay state taxes. Yeah, that was stupid.
Military.
Yeah,
I was like,
if you're in the
tax evasion over here, no,
if you're no, it's not tax evasion.
No.
If you are in the military, if you're a California state resident and you are in the military and you do not live in California, you are not required to pay state tax. You are exempt, which is really cool. But if you move back there, if you get stationed there, sorry, bro, you're paying state taxes. So,
got it.
Yeah. So.
Dummy.
But anyways, I would say Georgia is still. I would call Georgia home.
Okay. Alex?
Well, first of all, steel trap. So write that down.
Steel trap.
Right.
Already
We're talking
done.
about which places we remember the most and all the details and all that stuff. So I can't really go off of that. But in all honesty, I'm with Greg on this one. Can't help it. So,
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta. Yeah.
Okay.
All my friends are still there. I went through high school. It's where Liz's family is at. That's the place that, without a doubt, every time we have leave, we end up going. Because we'll go to West Virginia, we'll go to Kentucky, we'll go to Mobile, Alabama, right? And the other half of that is always in Atlanta. And Atlanta's always been the constant.
I got you.
Yeah.
My microphone is picking up something.
It's you, man. It's the bzz.
It's the get to the choppa we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm. It's this motion.
And also it's you guys. Liz says y'all.
Hey, you guys.
Thank you.
Hey, y'all. I keep wondering if I sorry, off subject, y'all. I wonder if I got a push to talk. Is that any better?
No.
Still just as bad?
Yep.
It's getting worse, isn't it?
Yep.
All right, 1 sec.
Hey!
He gone!
Hi,
everybody. So now we can talk about Greg.
Yep.
Man, can you believe that guy?
I can't.
That chin. I'm telling you. That chin. Wait, you got a chin too.
I do in fact have a chin.
Never mind.
That upper lip.
Oh, that upper lip. That's right.
Oh, he's back.
Ran away and returned.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Hi.
Good to see
Hi.
you. Oh,
Hello.
look. He sounds better for the moment.
Is it improved?
No.
Not anymore. I thought maybe it was a build up and he's just got to build it up, but no, he's just got to talk.
Wow.
Man,
This is annoying.
hey guys, you could be experiencing this live right now on twitch.tv/brothersinarmspodcast, but that's okay because we're glad that you're still listening. God bless
2
you.
seconds.
Bye.
So that upper lip.
That upper lip. Yep, I'm telling you.
Gotta do something about that.
That's right.
Do you imagine Greg with a mustache?
No.
Neither could I.
No. Do you think he'll ever grow facial hair?
I think he'll have a beard again.
You
when
think
he gets
so?
out. Yeah. Without a doubt.
But just a mustache.
Just a mustache.
Not happening.
Needs to happen.
It won't happen. Not on him.
We need to convince him.
All right. If he grows a mustache, I'll shave it off and just have the mustache too.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. We've decided, Greg, while you were gone. Still there, by the way.
Gosh.
All right. You listening? You got your ears on? Okay. If you will grow a mustache, I will shave off the beard and keep the mustache.
Unfortunately, I can't grow a mustache.
What?
Why? Because the regulation?
Work.
Work.
Unfortunately, work prevents me from being able to grow a mustache.
Work.
Let me see you work. Nah. Yep, there you go. Add a point to your bingo card.
I win.
I think we stopped bingo, and it's just how many times can we song bomb you now?
Yeah, we're just counting.
I wake up and I start singing them.
I'm happy with this.
I do too, man. I'm serious. Like the other day, I woke up and I was singing Katy Perry. Not Firework, no, Alex. It was
Did you kiss a girl?
No. Well, I did, but no. Shoot. I don't know.
Teenage Dream?
Yes, and I started saying the lyrics to my wife, and she said, "What is wrong with you?" I don't know. It just got stuck, and I woke up with it. I'm sorry.
Daisy Duke's bikinis on top.
West Coast skin? Come on, put your hands up.
So hot, you'll melt your popsicle.
Guys, I just tried to type mustache in my phone, and it decided that I wanted to say moist ache.
Moist ache?
Moist ache.
That's a new one. I've never heard of them. I've never heard of a moist ache.
But I'm not growing one of those.
Yeah.
Family channel. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Hold up.
One word.
What?
Chaffing.
Yes.
That is a moist ache.
That is a moist ache.
Oh, man.
I win.
Oh, Alex wins the internet tonight.
I win.
Alex wins the internet.
Oh
my gosh.
That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny.
You guys are a mess.
Oh, man.
That was really funny.
That's how you spell a mustache. Okay.
Liz is literally back there fake throwing up right now. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
That just made me think of the old commercials for Waza.
I know one listener who will appreciate that tonight. Awesome.
That needs to be recorded.
What, the dry heaving in the back or the what's up?
No, the what's up. You should put that on a
Yeah,
you should totally put that on a your soundboard. That's a keeper.
I need to make more for my soundboard. You're right.
Eh.
It's coming. It's coming. Oh, look, you got Kitty.
Kitty.
Wow.
The cat says hi.
Meow.
She doesn't. That's mean, Kitty.
Yeah, no.
She'll get you.
No.
So I want to go check just to make sure my internet's running at the correct speed.
She calls and responds.
Yep, she doesn't know I had the button pushed either.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
That's Kitty.
I've never seen that. Cool.
That's kitty.
So how about y'all? You know, I talked about my weekend. How was yours?
I built the foundation for my shed.
Look at you, hot stuff. How'd you do that?
Got a rough idea from some instructions that I found online, and then measured out what I needed, and then went and bought a lot of wood. Well, not even a lot of wood. It was just a lot of expensive wood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wood is expensive these days, bub.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's so bad. But bought what I needed, and then yes, kitty. And then so I started it this morning. It took most of the day to get it finished, but I now have a 92 and 3/4 by 121-inch square foundation that is fairly level. It slopes a little bit to the back, but I built a foundation in my backyard where I'm going to put a shed.
Nicely done, sir. Nicely done.
It was interesting, that's for sure.
I bet. So, do you have like a saw and all that stuff? Like, do you have the circular saw? And
I had to buy a circular saw. I bought a circular saw, which got a cheap little skill saw because you don't need a crazy expensive one. I just need one that works. So I got a saw, and I bought so I have a cordless drill, but I knew if I was going to be putting in that many screws, I needed something with a little more power.
Yeah.
So I just bought a corded drill.
Nice.
And a sawhorse. I went ahead and got a set of sawhorses. Just got a cheap set of sawhorses so I could set the wood up on something while I cut it.
Nicely done, man.
And that was it. And then a lot of measuring. Oh, I mean, I had a few other little things. I bought like a speed square and chalk line and some other little tools that I didn't have that I was like, well, I'm going to need that because when you're chopping plywood, you definitely need to be able to drop a chalk line. Greg
the Builder, can he fix it? Greg the Builder.
So I threw the pictures up on the family chat. If you, I don't know if you got a chance to look at it, PT.
Yes, he can. Yeah, I did. Those are sweet, man. I wasn't sure what you were building though, so I didn't want to make too much of a comment.
He made a pallet.
I made a really big pallet
out of an old coffee table.
And then I saw the pulled pork.
I also saw that today.
Did you see the... I bet you ate it too.
Ate what?
The pulled pork.
Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't I? I made it for dinner.
That's good work, homie. I like it.
But
so are you building walls and all that jazz? Or
no. I ended up going.
Prefab coming in.
I went with. I actually got to pick it up tomorrow. I found a. Well, actually, we need to backtrack just a little bit because I'll explain why I had to build this foundation to build a shed. So, my house, I love it. It's a great size. It's perfect for me. When Zoe comes, like it's got room for her. But one of the things that it does lack is outdoor space. I have bicycles. I've got a smoker. I've got stuff that I just don't want to store in the house, and I needed somewhere to put it outside. So I've been thinking about getting a shed for essentially since I moved in. And I finally pulled the trigger the other week. I think I told you guys this, right? About buying the shed.
You told him, you didn't tell me. It's okay.
All right.
It's all right. I don't feel left out too much.
All right. Shame. So I'll tell you the whole story. So I went to go buy this shed. And I went to Lowe's. They had a deal. So basically I was like, you know what? I don't want to build it myself because, case in point, I spent all day today just building the foundation, and now I still have to go pick up the shed and build that part, which is going to take even more time.
Just saying, I have a free weekend this weekend.
Yeah, we may need to take advantage of that, boyo. So anyways, so I went to Lowe's, and they're like, yeah, no, like we can build you a shed, but you have to like set it up. Now, mind you, this was over a month ago, almost 2 months ago, because they were like, their appointments were so spread out.
Yeah.
So I set up an appointment for the end of April to talk to the builder to get this shed put in. Met the one of the I show up to Lowe's to get this thing on the day of when I'm supposed to meet them, only to find out that apparently the dude was supposed to be coming to my house, and he was probably on his way to my house at the time when I was at the Lowe's store. And they're like, you know what? Do you know what you want? Yes, I know what I want. Okay, well, we'll just take you back and we'll get you set up. So I go back, do all the paperwork with the dude, and he puts everything together for me. He's like, it'll be 4 to 6 weeks to get this thing installed. Awesome. That's perfect, because that means it'll get here. They'll install it in a couple weeks. Zoe will be here at the end of June. I'll get the shed put in. I'll be able to get stuff moved into it, get everything set up before Zoe gets here. Everyone's great. Last week, I get a phone call from the company that Lowe's contracts out to build said sheds.
Okay.
Hi, Mr. Richmond. Like, this, that, and the other. You're going to build your shed. I just want to confirm, make sure everything's correct. Yes. All good. Awesome. So the earliest date we've got is September 3rd.
What?
What is exactly what I said?
Oh my goodness.
I was like, what do you mean September 3rd? I was told 4 to 6 weeks. You just said 4 to 6 months.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, due to the pandemic and the lumber shortages and everything else, like, we are backed up that much. Like, that's the earliest we can come out and install your shed. And I said, no, that's not it. That's not going to happen. I am not waiting. I can't wait 4 months, 6 months for you to come out and put a shed in my backyard.
Yeah, that's insane, dude.
So I went to Lowe's the next day, and I just told him, I said, look, cancel my order. Give me my money back. I don't want it. I can't wait that long. That's just not going to happen. And I started looking online, and as luck would have it, Lowe's sells a metal shed.
Ooh.
And they had them in stock at their store. And so I ordered one. And they're a lot cheaper.
Oh, no
kidding. Well, it's metal.
Oh,
but
okay.
The trade-off is, one, it's metal, pluses and minuses to that.
Yeah,
but two,
hot.
It can get warm. But two, those sheds do not come with a floor. You have to either pour concrete or you have to build a floor for it.
Okay.
So that's where the foundation came into play. I had to build a base for it. And I built it based off of the instructions for another shed that I modified to get the right measurements to be able to fit the shed that I'm putting on there.
Nice.
I had to change some things around. But basically, it's 16 inches on center with, the right measurements, height and width wise, and probably way more screws than it should. And I built it literally to withstand a small, bomb getting dropped on it.
Yeah.
The thing that sucked is the wood cost just as much as the shed.
There it comes. Yikes. And it was just the floor.
That's just the floor.
Oh man.
So that hurt. But it's built. The shed itself is essentially like an erector set. It's pretty. I've read the instructions like 4 or 5 times. It's not that hard.
Is it your bathroom read?
Yeah, essentially. It's my I'm sitting at the house, I'm doing business, I'm just gonna read through this again. Because I wanna, again, I'm that person. I like reading through it. It helps me understand like what I'm doing.
Sure. Absolutely.
So, I think I have a short in my cord.
Maybe.
Give it a try, man.
I think that's where it's coming from. I don't know where the short's at, but I bet money that there's a short in the cord.
How about you, bud?
I had duty.
Oh, that's always fun.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. No, it's not fun.
No.
No.
But now I'm looking at, this is my last week of freedom for a little bit. So the following week we're going to be stuck on the boat Monday through Friday. It's going to be fun.
Ew.
Yeah.
Why are you guys living on the boat throughout the week?
Reasons.
That's dumb.
Reasons.
So I've been going through my list of stuff to make sure I have all the things I need, like a microfiber towel and all those other glorious things.
Shower shoes.
I have shower shoes. I have shampoo and body wash and a loofah there. I've been bringing in towels from home, but if I have to leave it, for the week, I want something that dries fast.
Yeah. I've never dried off with a microfiber, but I don't think I want to because it sticks to my hand. And if it sticks to my hand, I can imagine it sticks to my knees.
And your hair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Her.
But it works. And it dries quick.
It dries quick. That's right.
I've got 2 of them PT that I bought several years ago that are more like terry cloth.
Ooh.
So they're a little bit rougher, but just as effective, and they don't stick.
Well, then here you go. Send me a link, man. I'd love to see something like that.
I will see if I can find them. I don't recommend them. They're not a home towel. You don't want them for home. But if you're, if you need a small towel, like you're
out of the
beach,
beach,
going to the beach, or even the beach, I'm thinking more along of like camping or somewhere where you're going where you need don't forget your towel. You need that towel that you can take with you that's not, doesn't take up a lot of space. It's money. It gets the job done.
Don't wash with money. It stinks.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah, it's gross.
Wash your money.
You.
That's weird.
You don't put your money in the laundry?
Well, I don't launder money.
I definitely don't launder money.
Dang.
It happens.
Don't tell Bill.
All right.
Question.
So, Greg, got a question for us?
I've got a question, and
shoot fire.
I thought I would ask this because I read through stuff that we questions to ask. And to get ideas, and this one made me giggle, and I think we all need a laugh, and I want to hear y'all's answers.
Okay.
So we all know, short answer, what's your most favorite food?
Short answer, most favorite food, right out the gate.
Yeah.
Street tacos.
Dang it.
Good choice. That's a really good one.
One of my favorite things to say is tacos rule.
Tacos rule.
That's definitely up there on my list.
Street tacos?
Street tacos.
Dude.
I'll go a step further. Food truck food.
Oh,
I don't know.
It's a little general. I think you're kind of cheating, but I'll let it slide. I like it.
No, I don't know what it is, man. Food that comes out of a truck for some reason just tastes better.
Then you're gonna love disaster work.
You know, I never got to go.
No?
Yeah, never got pulled.
Well, you're retiring soon, so you can do that.
The military has
so
destroyed
mine's
my
either
knees.
mine is either pizza, and if it's not that, like the one thing that I can eat almost any time is nachos. I love nachos.
Nachos.
Oh my gosh.
So like fully dressed nachos or just nachos and cheese?
the whole nine. Like
Okay,
you gotta
fully dressed
have either chicken, carne asada, cheese, guacamole, salsa, like beans, like the whole everything. It's all of it.
Got to be a meal, not a side.
Exactly.
Got it.
But so we know we all have favorite foods. Now this is the question. This one's what I wanted to hear your guys' answers. What is the most irritating food, and why?
S'mores.
Okay.
In my book, s'mores is the most irritating food. Number one, there is not a perfect way to melt a marshmallow.
Doubt.
You either set that turd on fire and then got to blow it out.
Yep.
Or you get it just perfectly crispy. You move your attention for a moment and it falls off your stick into the fire. Then, if you actually get your mallow onto your chocolate and your graham cracker and you mush that thing together and you take a bite, ladies and gentlemen, facial hair and melted marshmallow does not mix. It doesn't mix. And so
it sticks to everything.
I wear a s'more from about the edge of my nose down to about middle of my chin, because there is no safe way to eat melted marshmallow. Done. S'mores.
Alex?
Most irritating.
Sorry, my wife is laughing her butt off, so.
Oh, now we're laughing, listening to her laugh. I love it.
So don't invite me over for s'mores. Thank you very much.
Got it.
Crustacean.
Crustaceans. Why? Because you got to break that joker open?
No. She's still dying, sorry.
Okay. You're fine. You got something going on with crustaceans.
So, quite literally, there's a little bit of meat in there, and there's a lot of work to get it there.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
And then there comes the whole fact of, for one, right, one of my favorite foods, if we do like a party type thing, is crawfish. I love me some crawfish, right?
Okay, sure.
But there's a whole lot of stuff that goes into that. Right? You got to get everything set up right. You got to get the water going just right. You got to add everything in a certain, order just correctly. And, once everything comes out, then you're all excited about it. You go and you get one. And literally, you break off the tail, you pinch it, you pull the meat out, and that's what you got. That's it.
All that work for nothing.
For nothing.
Got it.
Gotta eat like 10 of those things to get a bite. So then you're just the fat kid standing at the food table while everyone else is just like, oh yeah, this is great. Yeah. And then they walk off and you're just like, how did you just have one?
Yeah.
I'm still hungry.
That's why they throw corn in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corn and potatoes.
But crab legs, right?
Yeah. Right.
So you sit down, you start cracking everything, and then it just gets everywhere, and it's running down your arms. The juices are, And then you finally get that one little piece out, and you're just like, awesome, and you eat that, and it's great. And then you gotta go on to the next leg.
And by the time you get to the next leg, it's cold.
It is, in fact, cold. So,
I'm good.
Crustaceans.
Yeah, got it. I'll second that one. You're good. Cheers.
Alex, you are my brother.
For the record, so is Patrick.
Yeah.
You are my brothers, both of you. But Alex, you are in the same wavelength as I am.
Really?
Because oh my gosh, my number one most irritating food is probably crab legs. I swear. I hate crab. I love hate crab legs. Because again, and it's so funny too, because like mom loves crab legs, and I'm almost positive if mom and dad had gone out to eat today, they'd probably go to a Chinese restaurant where they had crab legs, so mom could just sit there and tear into some crab legs like for all afternoon. Like that is her favorite food. At a Chinese restaurant at least. But it's anything that requires me. The other one, my close second, Alex, is probably nuts, like uncracked nuts.
Oh, okay, I got you. I love peanuts. I love peanuts from like Roadhouse or something else.
Peanuts are fine, but when you start eating almonds,
no,
or better yet, walnuts.
Not even those.
Walnuts make me
macadamia nuts.
Yeah, macadamians are a pain in the butt too.
The brown one with the hard shell that quite literally, whenever you get through it with the cracker, it just breaks in half, and you're like, I can't even eat this. See?
Yeah. And then you walk away.
Yep.
Oh, fellas, first world problems over here.
Right? First world problems. No, crab legs, brother. Crab legs. And it's funny too, because I love seafood.
Not on the boat.
Anything like, oh, yeah, I don't know if I'd trust unless I caught it off the back of the ship. I don't know if I would.
Do they even allow that?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Every once in a while, they'll be like, oh, yep, we got all the fishing poles set up. You guys are good to go. We can go and catch stuff. It is catch and release.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bummer. You can't eat them?
No. I've made cookies in the plant before, but I don't think it gets hot enough to bake fish.
You make...
Tell you that story later. It's a pretty good one.
Cookie nukes. Nuke cookies. No, I'm
Nuke,
not going
to Google that.
No, I'm not going to put them together.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Dud. Okay, great question, Greg. Loved it. Thanks so much. Sorry, Alex.
Seriously, don't Google that.
Yeah, don't. Oh, my friend broke his leg, so I wrote, "You are stupid" on his cast. I was just adding insult to injury.
So what does an angry pepper do?
I don't
know.
It gets jalapeno face.
Jalapeno face. My wife said, I don't really understand the science behind human cloning. I said, that makes two of us.
That one's funny.
I was interrogated over the theft of a cheese toastie. Man, they really grilled me.
Dad, are we pyromaniacs? We arson.
We arson.
We arson.
I quit my job as a mailman when they handed me my first letter to deliver. I looked at it and thought, this isn't for me.
Because he's a mailman.
Yeah.
And he delivers mail.
Alex?
I have Twitch on my phone and you guys on my screen.
No.
I cannot look up.
No.
Hold on. Smart house! I need a joke. She's processing. Continue.
Hey, did you know that if you rearrange the letters of postmen, they get really ticked off?
Really? No, I didn't. Hired a handyman to do some odd jobs around the house.
Really?
Yeah, he did every other thing on the list. Odd jobs.
Smart house has failed me.
Oh.
Patrick, I had a dream I was a muffler last night.
No, really?
Yeah, I woke up exhausted.
Smart home has brought one in.
Listening.
What do you call a fish that's wearing a bow tie?
Ooh.
Bowfish? Bowtie fish?
Sophisticated.
Sophisticated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Smart House.
That was nice. What do you call a rough Italian neighborhood?
I don't know.
Pasta something. An impasta?
Spaghetto.
Okay, that's funny.
Shh, it's not funny.
Hey, Alex, did you hear that they made round bales of hay illegal in Wisconsin?
No.
Apparently the cows weren't getting a square meal.
What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies!
It's all in your delivery.
What do you call lonely cheese?
I don't know.
Provolone.
Provolone. I told my niece that I saw a deer on the way to work this morning. She said, "How do you know it was on its way to work?"
That's funny.
How does the moon cut his hair?
The moon?
I'm thinking meteor, astronaut, moonraker. I don't know. Go ahead.
Eclipse it.
You know, someone tried to sell me a coffin today.
Oh, but you're not dead yet.
I said, that's the last thing I need.
Why did the Clydesdale give the pony a glass of water?
The Clydesdale gave the pony a glass of water. I don't know.
Simple, because he was a little horse. Makes me laugh.
And that comment is what makes me laugh. Thanks, bud.
You're welcome.
My wife asked if I could clear the kitchen table. Yeah, I had to get a running start, but I made it.
Oh, man.
All right, last one for me, fellas.
Yep.
Where does a boat go when it gets sick?
To the reef doctor?
Nope. Greg? He goes to the dock.
The dock.
The dock.
You were close.
Very close. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. This has been another episode of Your Brothers in Arms. We are your brothers in arms, Patrick, Greg, and Alex. And we thank you all so very much for hanging out with us on this episode. The plan, I think, is to still come back here next Sunday. Is that the plan, Alex? Alex is good. Greg is good. I am good. So we plan on being back here with you next week. So thank you all very, very much. Have a wonderful week.
4 thumbs up.
Sorry, 6. My
6.
bad. 6. We're here. Rock and roll.
Like
Greg, any parting remarks?
As always, drink water, change socks, take Motrin. Cure
Yes. Cure all to be all.
Yes.
You can be. Awesome. Alex?
Whatever that was.
That was a fish tank.
Yep.
Feed your fish.
Feed your fish.
Feed your fish. Good word.
Hydrate.
Hydrate or die.
Oh, yeah.
And when in doubt, pinky out.
That's
Hydrate.
Right. Doink. My encouragement to you is this. Enjoy what you got. Don't take it for granted. And love those around you. Thank you. We are your brothers in arms. Twitch.tv/brothersinarmspodcast. You can find us on YouTube at Brothers in Arms Podcast, all one word. You can also see us on Twitter at YourBIA Podcast. And we got an email floating around out there somewhere. I think it's yourbrothersinarmspodcast@gmail.com. It's still live and active, so send us an email if you'd like for us to talk about it on the line. Love to. So thank you, everyone, so very much for hanging out with us. We love you very much. Have a fantastic week. And thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Yup.
Wop. Yup.
Womp.
Yup.
Yup.
Womp. 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 Yup. 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 Yup.
Book.
I'm not pushing the button because I just want all of this.
Bark. 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 Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.